baby. It's Jamie, that's me here. What's going on, everybody? Let me know that you can hear me down in the chat. Down in the chat. Down in the chat. Down in the chat. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Let me know that you can hear me in the chat, honey. What's up, everybody? How's everybody doing? How is everyone today on this great Sunday? Did you guys get into Love and Marriage Huntsville, or are you guys just coming to hear me talk about it? Oh. What's going on, honey? Down in the chat. down in the chat. They said all three parts. They said all three parts of so we the audience won't get bored. The last part with the ladies gonna be fire. Is it a 3-part reunion, y'all, or 4-part? I could not remember. I feel like it's a 3-part because I wasn't sure when the mothers were gonna go. Mama Wanda and them. I feel like that's gonna be next week, but we gonna see, girl, because their girl gonna be messy. Next week is going to be on fire. Fire. I tell you, fire. Okay, 3-part. Okay, yes, 3 parts is great. Carlos has been doing such a good job, y'all. Such a good job. First of all, not even just Carlos, because shout out to you, Carlos. You've been doing great. But I must say, in addition, your production team has been doing a good job because they're not chopping out stuff that we want to see. Y'all know how we watch Real Housewives of Atlanta, and I know they be filming all day and stuff like that, but they be cropping out stuff, and how they piece it together is a problem for me, right? When I watch Housewives, it's like you ain't even let her finish her statement. This y'all focus the mic on what this person had to say, that we went over here like it was a lie. So I don't like that. And then they always give us like at least one reunion that's just whack. Like sometimes it's the first part where they ain't giving. This time with Potomac, I think it was the third part. Part 3 was trash. And then when you got to part 4, you got that good. So, but actually part 4 was sometime it was right? It was Nicki Minaj said a lot of stuff, but they put the whack stuff into part 4. So, I mean, they just got to do better. But all in all, not speaking on Potomac too much, but this is about Love and Marriage Huntsville. Shout out to Carlos and the team over there because y'all understood the assignment and y'all is getting the assignment done. Carlos is asking the questions. If something pops up, first of all, he's a viewer, not only just a creator of the show, he's a viewer. So he's asking the questions that we would ask. When Destiny brought up the divorce, he was like, and he was going to go ask Martell the question. He said, wait a minute, like, damn that, let's get here. He did what after 3 weeks? So I was like, yes, Carlos, go back and revisit the questions because that's what we would do in real life. So I was like, it was everything. It was good for me, honey. I hope it was good for you too, but I was definitely here for it. And I feel like with Potomac and Housewives, because Andy is one of those people that may be careful about how he asks questions or giving too much of his opinion or whatever the case may be. I feel like for his show, they probably need somebody else like a Nicki Minaj to come through and ask the tough questions, somebody that won't care, right? But for Carlos, I don't think Carlos needs anybody if he decides to continue to do the reunions, kind of like what he was doing for R&B divas and stuff like that. So, I mean, if he gonna do it and he gonna do justice like he's been doing, keep it up. And then I also wonder, right? I think another reason that makes this reunion so good is the fact that we haven't gotten one in like 2 seasons. So that's a lot of time. So it's so much to cover. It's so many answers that we want to know and so many things we want to know about. So I'm wondering, like, should they wait like a year or 2, you know what I'm saying, to do the next reunion, or should one come at the end of every season? Okay. But either way, here for it. So let's go ahead and hop into it because y'all know the question was asked to Martell, right? If you would have met Miss Girl prior to meeting Melody, would you say that you would have married her or something like that? Or would you have been with her or whatever? And Martell declined to answer. I feel like he declined to answer, number one, because if he said yes, he didn't want to hurt Mel's feelings. And if he said no, he didn't want to hurt Arion's feelings. So he just decided to just not say anything. And I also think that he enjoys the mystery of it all. So there's that, honey. But girl, this was a messy ass reunion. This shit was a messy, y'all. When I saw Tisha face after Marlo said that he had hung out with them, girl, I was here for it. And I knew Maurice was over that line because I put in all caps. I said, that motherfucker lied, girl. We got back with Kimmy and ended up telling the truth. Girl, Maurice is full of shit. But we're going to talk about it, honey. We're going to get into it. Because listen, Carlos. Team, yes. Okay, so Carlos says that he believes that Martell was in love with both women, and then tells Mel that she wasn't enough for him to love all the time. Mel said, "You're not gonna do that to me." No, sir, we're not gonna do that. She said, babe. She said, no, I was enough. I was enough, and I will never accept that I was not enough. Okay, I will never accept that. And I'm with Mel. I wouldn't accept that either. Not if I gave this motherfucker kids. I helped keep our company. I helped to keep our company afloat because I'm the one that got my builder's license. Baby, I was more than enough. Hello? I was more than enough, girl. Hear me. Okay, we on this show. He got this platform that he got because I had an idea and he was okay with it. We went along with it, or however they came about it. They did it together. But at the end of the day, baby, you're not gonna try and play me. No, sir. I was more than enough when he proposed to me at a young age. What do you mean? So I didn't like that statement, you know. But Carlos stood corrected. Mel says that she knows. She says that Martell has told her that she was everything, and he was just being greedy. So Martell has said it out his own mouth that she was enough, and she was everything to him, and he was the one at fault. And I was so here for that. Just because you happen to be in love with two women, don't try and sit up here and discredit the woman that you was with originally. No. Right. So anyway, she says that she thinks Miss Girl and Martell was more than just STX because of the timing. But she believed that at the end of the day, although they had so much time together, she believed that her husband was going to do the right thing. Okay, so there's that. As Mel is telling the story of Martell going to find his other phone. So y'all know she talked about how his back, he had pulled his back. So she over there helping him, taking care of him, looking after him and stuff. This fool crawling on his knees up the stairs to grab a phone. And she like, what you doing? Like, your phone right here. Oh, you grabbing a whole nother phone. So he was texting this girl on a whole different number that he had. So that got to be some type of connection or some y'all got going on that you feel that you just got to talk to this woman. That's some messed up stuff. When Melody was telling this story about everything, I don't know if y'all saw Martell's face, but Martell's face for me, he looked so sad. He looked like disappointed, like I hate I did this to my wife. Like I wish I would have never did this. He just looked terrible. Give me 1 second, y'all. I need to go ahead and put this out. 1 second, I'm coming, girl. All right. So I just noticed that, so I wanted to highlight that. Carlos says that he does believe that Martell tried to fix the marriage, but he wasn't honest about his real feelings for the other woman. I guess those two things could possibly be true, but I feel like fixing the marriage would have been him working on leaving the lady completely alone. But I guess in order for you to leave her completely alone, you would have to, I guess, make acknowledgement to the fact that you got stronger feelings for her. And once you see that, like, that's how you truly feel about her, okay, like this is really becoming a problem, whatever it was he needed to do, I just feel like he didn't try hard enough, you know, because he would have really removed her. But I guess both of them are true at the same time. What else? He regrets everything that he has done to this woman, and it's just too much, too little, too late. People will learn that narcs have no feelings. You think so? I don't know. I don't think that's always the case. I don't think so. These Scott brothers need to scoot back with their toxic lying asses. Shout out to Jamie, that's me. Thank you, honey. Girl, they is some liars. Liars. Do you hear me? Liars from the pits of hell. If Wrong and Strong was a person, it would be Milk Dud Martell. Not Milk Dud Martell. I believe Martell wanted to stop cheating. He would have gone to therapy or something if he really wanted to. Right. And that's what I mean, Claire, when I say that he would have acknowledged like the feelings that he really had for her so that he can, you know, move forward to like doing right about the feelings that he desired to have for his wife. You know what I'm saying? So because when you go to therapy, it forces you to acknowledge certain things that you any other time would try to like, you know, push away or deny or whatever. So yeah, I think Martell is a sex addict, or he's trying to fill a void that will never be fulfilled. Yeah, that could be it. Some part of me feel like Martell likes power and control. That's what I feel he likes. So he be using the power of the pen to try and control these ladies. I think Coleslaw brought friends to ATL with her. That's why they lied. I could see her coming solo. I don't think Martell is smart enough to be narcissistic. Carlos gave Coleslaw way too much validation. I understand he was trying to make Martell own his SHI, but this wasn't the way, Sway. I agree. I remember I remember season 1 or 2 at the kids' soccer game or something. He told the guys he had 2 phones. I remember that he did. And he was supposed to be getting rid of one of them when Melody talked to him. He was supposed to be getting rid of one of those. I don't think he's addicted to sex. He just loves the other woman. And that too could be true. It could be true. But I'm conflicted with that statement. And if he does truly love her, because it bothers me that you ruined your family, you love her so much, yet you're not willing to be in a relationship with her or go any further, especially now that you've had a child by her. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not adding up. He wasn't able to dominate Mel because she's smarter than him. But with Coleslaw, let me go up. He's a baller and shot caller. Right. I think it's a lot more to the story with Martell. I think something happened to him in his childhood and there's something missing. Possibly, child. What else? Mel asked, if this person was the whole meal and restaurant, then what is the reason for seeing other people now? Hello? What's the other reason for seeing other people now, baby? She says he still isn't full and it ain't right. Martell says just because he's seeing her doesn't mean he's looking to marry her. Mel says, yep, you have told me that you would never be with her if it's not me. So she was just confirming what he said. And he gonna talk about some, just because you want to you seeing somebody doesn't mean that you really want to, you looking to marry them. You've been seeing her this mother long and had a baby with her. At this point, you might want to be looking to marry this woman. I guess, honey. But you know why? And it's so funny to me. The reason why he's not doing it is because he knows she doesn't hold a candle to Mel. I don't care how many boutiques are open or what happens. Like, you can't hold a candle to Mel, right? Based on the things that she's done for him all of these years before you even were a thing, right? So it's just so funny with him knowing that, which is the reason why he hasn't fully gotten in a relationship with her nor tried to marry her, engage with her, because he still has hope that he and Mel will get together. It's so funny that you would say that, but then turn around when she clowns her, you want to say, but y'all got the same degree from the same place. But y'all, so see, you still trying to put her on that level with Mel, but you know deep that to try and hurt Mel. That's what you're doing. You're trying to put her on the same level as Mel to try to hurt Mel, but you know deep down inside she can't hold a candle to Mel. She can't hold a straw to this woman. Okay? And you know that. Another reason why is because you and Mel built a foundation together. You and that other girl didn't do that. And you had the opportunity to, I guess, build that with her, and you ain't even trying to build that with her. Yikes. Embarrassing. But okay, girl, that's what y'all want to do, honey. Let me keep going, child. Martell and men like him aren't the faithful type. He will always have someone on the side, regardless of whom he marries. He and this girl been messing around for 3+ years. Yep. He could love her and never want to marry her. If Coleslaw is satisfied with SEX and sometimes being present, then that's all he's ever going to give her. True. And I also feel like even if she does want more, I don't think he's going to give it to her for the reasons that I already mentioned. Yep. And also in Martell's defense too, I will say this. That divorce took a lot out of him. So I can understand him not wanting to marry anybody right now, girl, because he lost a whole lot of stuff. And now he has the opportunity to really go out here and do whatever it is he want to do, no strings attached. So he could change his thoughts at a later time that he would want to, you know, actually go down the aisle and take that step with Ariana at a later time. he could possibly want to do that. But right now, I think he just has a terrible taste in his mouth. But it doesn't negate everything that I already said as well, because I still believe that. Coleslaw makes him feel like a real man. He feels inferior to male foundation built on lust and sneaking around. Exactly. It was despicable how he would get on TV and expose his kid's mom giving other men. Come on. It's despicable how he would sit up there on TV and talk about her giving other men fellatio and stuff. But when it comes to Mel talking about your baby mama or whatever it is that she said, you want to sit up there and talk about, oh, they got the same degree from the same place. And I don't want nobody to disrespect her because we got a child together. Sir, you started disrespecting her first. Okay. Hey, peasant, how are you? Okay. That came out your mouth. All right. Yeah. Cut it out. All right. I don't like that. He gives me the energy that I can disrespect her, but you can't. Baby, no, sir. She disrespected my marriage, my family, and me. And you think I'm gonna disrespect her whenever I feel like disrespecting her. So what else is going on? The only reason why she ain't getting disrespected now is because she's a non-motherfucking factor for me at this time, for me to even want to disrespect her ass. I don't give a fuck about her. Don't care much enough to think about her ass until y'all bring her up. And this is me speaking on behalf of Mel. All right? No. That's the only reason why she ain't getting her ass dragged at this moment. But if I want to disrespect her, you let this hoe disrespect me for countless of years, and I was your wife and the mother of your child. And do you want to sit up here in this goddamn piece of outfit you got going on, this blue, but you can't find a fucking clue? And you want to try and check me and tell me that I can't say nothing about her because that's your baby mama now? And you don't want nobody to disrespect her, but this hoe been sitting up here disrespecting me for all these years, you and her? I ought to be on both of y'all right now. But neither one of y'all are too much of a fucking thought for me. I'm trying to figure out how the hell I'm finna get the fuck out of Huntsville anyway. Let's be clear about that. Okay? I don't give a fuck what y'all got going on, honey. Period. And I'm with Mel. Hell. No, ma'am. I can't deal. I can't deal with Martell. And this shit he sent up here lying about, I don't know about it. Y'all, I'm gonna be on that for a minute. If you need to click off and come back, I'm probably gonna be on it for a minute because I feel away. I feel away. You don't tell this woman she can't say nothing about this lady, but this lady can blow your phone up during family hours. And then gonna tell her I ain't called the phone for you, I called for Martell. Who's she talking to? No. And you ain't check her not one single time, and she continued to be disrespectful because she disrespected me based on the energy of what you showed her, based on how you disrespect me too. So you motherfucking right, I'm gonna stay on her head top, and I'm gonna say whatever the hell it is that I want to say about the woman. The fuck, girl, he done made me mad as hell. Talking about what I can and can't say. You can't even say when the fuck your child's birthday is. You can't even say whether or not you would have married this woman or been with her before you met me. You can't even say that. But you want to try and tell me what I can't say? No, you need to say something. You need to speak up. You could be out here humping and doing whatever you want to do for many years, but now it's time for you to speak your piece. You ain't got shit to say. Now you don't want to say nothing? Speak up. You been speaking. You was crawling your ass to that motherfucking phone. Now crawl your ass to this mic and tell America what they want to know. That's what you can do. Talk to the people. We waiting. Girl, I would have fired Martell ass up there. And it would have took the people to come from the back, not security, but the other production folk to get me off his, because y'all would have had to go to catering. Because I would have fired up on his ass on that day. You ain't finna tell me what it is I can and can't say about a bitch. Being disrespectful to my family. Ooh. Probably would have been all kind of tables and pillows flying over there at his ass. Okay, I've been keeping it real cordial with you, sir. Extremely cordial. But when you try and check me on what it is I can say about another bitch because she done had your baby when I done had motherfucking 4 of them. We not gonna do that. I probably need to go and move on because I done got upset. Cause he done pissed me off. Calling her a woman is very generous. Hold on, wait. Calling, where did it go? I would have called him everything but a child of God. Girl, do you hear me? That was the worst thing he could have ever told this woman. Nah, don't say that. That's the one chat. I don't want nobody to disrespect her. And that's what I wish Mel would have said. Fuck and you too. Okay, now let me get fired up on your ass since that's the work that you want, Martell. You've been showing your ass this whole season. Now I'm at the reunion and I'm finna show mine. Don't send your people from the back. Do not send them from the back because I told y'all already I was gonna be on his motherfucking head top if he played me on today, and he just did. Y'all might want to clear the stage because he would have got that work. He would have got it. I can. Melody should have thrown a shoe am girl. Everything. I felt bad for her in the back when she was crying. I was like, because I already feel like Mel should leave Huntsville. I don't think there's a reason for being there, but I do believe Alabama has this law where you can't leave the state, I believe, without getting like permission or something like that from one of the parents or something like that. Like you can't leave the state unless the other parent is okay. It's some silly shit that they did years ago when I was like, I think pregnant with my son or whatever. But it's just it's a messed up situation because she's stuck there and he keeping her there, and it's sad. It's just the girl. I don't know. I hope it works out for her. I hope that she could get an attorney that's gonna find a loophole so that she can move away. Because I don't feel like a parent should be forced to stay in a state, especially under the circumstances of their divorce. They divorced because he cheated. Okay, so she should be able to relocate or do whatever she want to do. And to be honest, she should have sued Ariana's ass. That's what I would have did. Okay, just like one of them somebody sued Fantasia for messing around with her husband. And then somebody else sued. It was another lady that sued somebody over there in Charlotte. Miss Girl would have got her ass sued, period. Sure would have sued her ass for $100K for every year that she was fucking with my husband. What else is going on? Is that $500,000? Then run it. No, ma'am. You're gonna run it like you've been running that mouth, right? You're gonna run it exactly. You're gonna be running it like you've been running that mouth. You've been running that mouth on social media, and you've been running that mouth on my man's. So you're gonna run it. No, don't want to hear anything. No, ma'am. Pay me for my pain. Pay me for my time, and you can say the bull because everything is mine. Okay, run it, Your Honor. Run it, ma'am. Girl, no, ma'am. She should have sued her ass. I'm sorry. That's just me. We're gonna move on. I told you I was gonna be on it for just a little minute, girl, because I was a little heated. But let's go ahead and scoot over. What else we got? Kimmy does believe that he has feelings for her. I believe that too. Like just say that. Just I mean, that's what it is. Okay, been with this lady for this much time. You feel so comfortable with bringing this lady around your friends. The same friends that you had around your kids and your wife. How disrespectful can you be? This was a whole girlfriend. This wasn't no damn side. This was a girlfriend. Disrespectful as hell. Maurice believes he feels guilty for having feelings for her. I'm like, Maurice, sit back and shut up. Sit back. He wasn't guilty when he was on her. So don't be guilty about the feelings you got with her. Okay? Don't be guilty now that you are caught and it's out in public. Carlos asks whether they've been around Miss Girl and Martell. Maurice says no. I said he lying. He a liar. Okay, Marlo says yes. And let me tell you, it gave the energy that, so y'all remember when the first reunion we had with the show, like season 1, y'all remember how Kimmy, when the question was asked about the mocking Mel, Kimmy said yes and Tisha said no. That's what it was giving for me. It was giving Maurice saying no, but Marlo saying yes. And Maurice not expecting Marlo to say yes. So that was funny. Marlo says that when they saw her, it was never I'm going to try and get her right out the gate. So when he says this, when we saw her, it was never, I'm going to try and get her right out the gate. He said it was like they just had an instant connection. So that right there lets me know that Marlo has been there from the very beginning. From the time that Martell connected with Miss Girl, Marlo was privy to it the entire time. If I was Mel, like, I hate to say it, and people forgive. At this point, Mel probably forgives. She probably doesn't hold any grudges on them for the actions of Martell. But I would feel a way, being me, okay, the Leo Virgo spirit that I am, bitch. I would feel a way. I would want to with none of y'all, okay? It's going to take me some time, considering the fact that I done sat up here and gave you hoes a platform to make money, and the whole time y'all been smiling in my face, and we done helped y'all get a job. Hey, Sculpt, how are you? Okay, we didn't help y'all get a job when you was out here struggling, but the whole time you knew that my man was out here cheating on me. Oh, but cut the show. Well, recast. I will feel away. I will be in my feelings 1000%. I'm not even gonna play with you. He speaks on the guys trip and how she ended up coming along. He said that he thought that it was going to be a guys trip and she ended up tagging along. This girl always tagged along. When they had business trips, this girl was along, period. What else? Marcel says that when Martell is with this young lady, he's more aggressive. I'm like, aggressive how? In what way? Clue us in. What do you mean aggressive? Like how is that? What are the actions? Marcel is confirming that they were out and about with her. This is what Marcel is doing, confirming that they were out and about with her. And I'm sitting up here looking like, Tisha, so you just gonna sit up here and just believe everything Marcel say out his mouth now? So you just gonna sit up here and believe that your man wasn't dibbling and dabbling? I don't know if he got no kid out there and then like that, but there was some entertaining that he was doing, period. Okay, I don't care what Marcel say. That may not be who the man is. That may not be who Marcel is as a man today. Okay, but I feel like when you're around certain people long enough, you're going to start taking on some of their characteristics, their mannerisms, and other things. So I definitely believe that Marcel has dabbled, but that's just my own thoughts, my own opinion, what I think, right? It's just, you know, what I think, child. If you're going to be around him and you sitting in that, just like what Kimmy was trying to get Maurice to see, that you're complicit, you're sitting here, that means that you're condoning his actions. And if I wouldn't want to be called, especially if you consider yourself to be friends. And I understood everything Kimmy was saying. If I am friends with Tisha and I'm friends with Marcel, and I go out with Tisha and Tisha with a whole nother man, I'm getting up and I'm leaving because I don't want to be an accomplice to what you got going on. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be connected to what you got going on, knowing that I'm friends with this person. I have to look this person in the face. We go on couples date, couples trips, we hang out, we family, but I know the whole time that you out here effing off on this man. Like, I wouldn't feel comfortable. Let me get up off the table. I ain't got shit to do with this. Right? So that was messy. Marcel is going to get exposed sooner or later. I think those Scott brothers were doing their dirt in Atlanta alongside Martell. Maurice is not exempt from suspicion. Miss Ariane better not get her not slow R's on video after this episode. Yikes, the birds of a feather. Marcel was up to something. It's definitely 20 women's. That's what I was telling y'all, right? Martell he may have exaggerated numbers, but he was not lying. It could have been at least 2 women, but I don't believe Martell was lying at all. And Martell said that season 1, like, you was out there doing it with me. You had like 20 women. So he wasn't lying. He wasn't lying, child. And let me say, Tisha gonna hang on because Tisha ain't going nowhere. Period. Thanks so much for the super chat, Phil. Phil says, I don't like Kimmy. However, Kimmy was 100% right this episode. She was definitely right. Somebody said, I'm definitely judging you by the company you keep. He hoeing, you hoeing, they all hoeing. Facts. Y'all caught when Tiffany and Lewis came and Martell said none of y'all are transparent. And Marcel said, no, I don't want to be transparent. Okay, Martell is full of SHI, especially when it comes to him and Mel. But some stuff that man say, he is not lying. Martell felt okay bringing Curry around because he knew Marcel couldn't snitch doing the same thing. Great point. And let that simmer for just a little bit, honey. Great point. That is true. Marcel is on the love them and leave, then no emotional connections. That is what he meant when he said he told Martell that ain't it. I can see that, and I feel like that's easy for Marcel because I feel like sometimes he struggles with the emotional connection with his own wife. So that makes a lot of sense. What else? Mel's mom did an interview and said that when she worked with Marcel, he was paying Miss Thang bills through his company. So Mel would not find out. Martell, oh, you meant when he worked with Martell? Or Marcel was paying Miss Thang bills through the company. So Mel would not find out. Maurice is a damn liar and know damn well she was there. He was there too. He's sitting up there he just be girl. So everything Martell said in the beginning is true in my opinion. He didn't cheat alone. He was with Marcel. Right. Yikes. Right, y'all. Yikes. Maurice is a big a liar is as big a liar. I'm sorry, is as big a liar as Marlo, and his slip is showing. Kimmy better peep game. Listen, hear me out. Hear me out. I'm gonna have to call her back. I'm gonna call you back, girl. So yeah. Girl, that's messy. All right, so let's keep going. Marlo kept saying it ain't it, that ain't it. Tisha said, well, what do you mean? Mel says he means the difference between a Honda and a Rolls Royce. And Martell says, y'all got a degree from the same place though. Mel says he go with the disrespect. Martell says, because I got a child with her now, I don't want nobody to disrespect her. Bullshit, because I'm gonna disrespect her whenever I feel like disrespecting her. Period. Okay. Period. Yeah, and that's just what I said, what I already told y'all. But he disrespected Mel and allowed her to disrespect Mel for years. So cut it out with the whole respect stuff, the respect talk that you want to give to people. Cut it out. We're not gonna do that. Carlos brings up Marlo knowing about Miss Ariane before Mel, and then asks Tisha how she feels about knowing this. See, these are the questions. This is what I mean, Carlos, about when things happen, you don't let it slip. You ask what we all is thinking. So this was interesting because she says that she didn't like it at all. She felt like it was shady. So that means that you two were privy to the information. But what I wanted him to ask was, when did you find out about it though? Marlo, when did you hang out with them versus the time that Tisha ended up finding out? Because let me find out, Tisha knew about this the whole time too, but you sorority sisters and you good girlfriends with Miss Mel, but you ain't never say nothing. But when you felt as though Mel was dropping little bombs about your man, girl, back in season 1, you turned around and tried to SHI on her, talking about how Martell bought the girl up matching BMW or whatever. So let us find out that you been new, but you was holding on to this information only to drop it because y'all was having an issue or whatever. Yeah, girl, we watching. Kimmy feels that Marlo should not have hung out with them and stayed around. I agree with Kimmy. Like, I mean, I just agree with that. Maurice says that he wouldn't leave because he feels like he could not influence Martell while there is he can influence Martell while he there instead of leaving. Do you know the absence of your presence is enough to influence a person? But you sitting up here giving us this fugazi. Girl, I'm not gonna sit up here and deal with Maurice. Ariana has popped up on Martell and Marlo in Atlanta. And they talking about popped up. Don't make it seem like she just pulled up, popped up. You know she was invited. Cut it out. Let's not. What else they said? Oh, this was other key. Marlo said they never hung out in Atlanta. I thought that was interesting. I'm sorry, not Atlanta, but Huntsville. I said, so y'all ain't never hang out in Huntsville, honey? So y'all do all y'all dirt here in ATL? Y'all couldn't go up there to Tennessee, it's closer. But y'all wanted to come all the way over here to ATL, get far away. Messy. Tisha knew and probably probably been around her too. Yikes, right? Because why she ain't never pop up in Huntsville? Ooh, child. Nice try, Maurice, but get the F out of here with that bull. Tisha found out when Melody found out. That's when she asked. Okay, those Scott brothers think they can talk circles around people, especially Maurice. Well, really both of them. They neck and neck. How he a lawyer and making dumb comments like that influence exactly. Girl, I cannot. Coleslaw said that Marlo tried to holler at her sister, but she wasn't interested. Let's keep scrolling. Mess child, Marlo said way more on this than I expected. He definitely did. I was shooketh. I was shocked. I was like, okay. Okay, we appreciate it. And while you over there spilling Martell tea, it said a lot more about you too, dear. So we do appreciate you. Thank you for your time. She was invited and was told to bring her home girls, period. Ooh. Because she damn sure ain't just pop up, for sure. Damn sure didn't pop up. But I do feel like she's hung out with them solo. She could have definitely brought some homegirls if she came to ATL, just in case he's on some FS. But I also feel like she could have hung out with them solo. Just like he talked about that guys trip they was finna go on. And she ended up going messy. Ooh, y'all messing it coming. In Huntsville, people will see in Atlanta it's too big. How come Maurice speaks up to Martell, but he didn't speak up for Kimmy in the side chick remarks? Good question. Good question. I don't know, child. I don't know. He even made the side chick stuff more so about him than how she felt. Tisha put it together. Marcel stays going out of town. And she couldn't go. Remember that time he had to go to Texas or somewhere and she wanted to go and he was like, no. Yikes. Tisha said she asked Marcel after Mel found out about the baby and if he knew about Miss Girl. Gotcha. All toxic relationships except for Lewis and Tiffany. They said Huntsville is small, so they did their dirt outside because of that. Every lawyer ain't a good one. Sure ain't. I believe Tisha didn't know because she is an expert at remaining blind. Got it. If she had to know about Mel's BS, she would have had to face her own. Yikes, girl. Yikes. I can't. Oh, somebody said, I believe Tisha is new. Men talk just like women. Pillow talk is one hell of a thing, but hey, that ain't my man. So let Mel find out her own business. She been a hater of Mel. Ooh, okay. Okay. The Scott brothers think the stupid stuff they tell their wives will work on us. No, we see through the BS. I think Marceau is the type of liar to tell just enough of the truth to make him not look like a liar, but still lying. Absolutely. But I mean, at this point, we know what's up with Marceau. Not a legal shield attorney, girl. Not a legal shield. I think Marceau been told Tisha to make himself look like a good guy. I think they bring all of their side chicks around each other. Girl, this was just a messy thing. Let's keep going. Because we get to the break, right? It's time for the break. And what do we learn from the break? Mel is not happy with the conversation continuing to be about Miss A. I don't follow her on that, okay? She goes to her dressing room and starts going off about Martell. She feels that he has been disrespectful to her for years, and this is some of the reason why she don't fool with this man. She says her mom tells her that her mom tells her that she wants her to have the kids in a safe environment, in so many words, and she wants her to get primary custody. And she told her mama, like, no, they're not gonna give me primary custody because in order for that to happen, I have to prove that he's an unfit father. And that's the only thing, because we can say a lot about Martell, but Martell is a good dad. He enjoys like spending time with his kids and doing for his children. So he is an active parent at the end of the day, even though he may have flaws like other parents. So we got to give him that. So then she breaks down. She starts crying about being in Huntsville because she hates it and she feels like it's so depressing. And I hate it for her. I hate it for her. I hate that she feels stuck, but I also feel like don't let that stop you. If it's something, if you got to just drive, you know what I'm saying, and you got to fly out or do what you got to do, do your thing. Still do your thing. Do your thing the best way that you can, child. And it's gonna get to a point where he ain't gonna have no choice but to allow you to like go off and do other stuff. And let you move away. But again, I feel like for him, it's still about power. He know Mel ain't keeping them kids from him. If you ever dealt with a narc, this show is triggering as fuck. Ooh, good dad, but left your kids during the pandemic. Yikes! During the pandemic to cheat on their mother. Come on. That should help her case. Yes and no. Yes and no. Girl, because the people she finna go and present to about the pandemic, they don't even care enough about the pandemic themselves, child. Not the people over there running the state of Alabama. They like the same folks over here running over here in Georgia, so they don't give a damn. Hence the reason why it never shut down, child. Like, they're gonna be like, oh, okay, and you got anything else, any other hard evidence you can show us, because that's not enough. But I feel what you're saying, though. Okay, what else we got? Kimmy tells Maurice she doesn't like that he and Marceau would stay around the mess. I agree. Why would you stay around the mess? Maurice now says that he has been around them both, but he didn't see their interactions. And I'm like, Maurice, how can you have been around Miss A and Martell and not see their interactions? Why are you continuing to lie? And I feel like he's continuing to lie because he doesn't want Kimmy to think that he's out here doing the same thing. But do you know that that's enough? You know, just knowing that you are going along and you there, like that's enough. That's gonna trigger her thoughts. Like, I don't know what Maurice is doing, but for him to be an attorney, he's not doing a good job of getting himself out of that one. Like, not at all. Let me see what else we got. I just thought it was funny that he was a liar because when he was out there, he said no, but then he turned around and told her, yeah, he was around them. Boy, you are trash. Oh, yay. It's up. Okay, perfect. Let me fix that real quick. But anyway, Tisha and Marlo talking about Maurice being in ATL because Marlo, Tisha brought it up. Tisha said, no, y'all was in ATL, remember? Y'all was because Maurice went with y'all. And remember, Marlo tried to act like he couldn't recall anything. Like, oh, I don't know what you're talking about. Like, I ain't even know that had happened. Like, oh, I don't know this, I don't know that. She was like, nah, you over there lying. Like, now you want to lie. He was trying to lie. He was definitely trying to lie. I also heard them take that shot at Mel about her not remembering about giving somebody fellatio, honey. So that was the thing. But Maurice is a liar. The Scott brothers are, everybody with an M on the stage is a liar, period. And that's just the short answer for me. They all liars. And the way Marlo blatantly lied about his brother being there was annoying. Tisha knew and he still lied. Yep, he was being sarcastic in that moment, but he was being dead ass at the same time because he didn't want to say that. He knew. They all was hanging out. I believe everybody had a little somebody on their arm. And definitely somebody they bought drinks for, probably danced with, hit the dance floor with and everything. Girl, these men is a mess out here in these streets. It's about integrity. Kimmy has it. Her husband is lacking it. Yikes. Yes, please be sure to hit the like button as you guys come on in. We definitely appreciate you. Let's keep going. Destiny arrives, everybody. Knock, who's there? Destiny arrives, y'all. How we feeling about Destiny arriving? What did y'all think of her look? I thought she looked cute. I thought Destiny looked really cute. I liked her little outfit with her purple lip. I think it was purple, dark lip. I thought she looked nice. I think Kimmy was the only one that didn't know. Didn't know about them linking up, obviously, because once again, he don't tell her stuff. They already established that earlier this season. It's some things he just don't mention to her, which I think is unfair. Nikki says Destiny did look cute. She did. Ashley, everybody said, yeah, Destiny looked good. You thought the hair was a bit much, Simone? I liked it. You thought it was a bit much? I thought she looked cute. I thought it fit her. I thought it fit her face. Destiny should not be on the show. She won't open up, but she looked great. Destiny gave us a little bit of something. And I understand a little bit why she won't open up moving forward. And I'm gonna get into that. Okay, so let's talk. Did I put it in my notes? Okay, yeah. All right, so let's talk. Destiny, number one, look cute. Like the outfit, like the hair. To me, I thought she looked great. What happened to her marriage was the question. She says it was a lot, right? She tried to bring up the pandemic. She said they was together for like 5 years, 5.5. They were married for almost 2 years. The pandemic happened. She didn't really tell us what truly happened within the marriage, but they wanted to put emphasis on the fact that she did not want to give herself his last name. So I don't know, maybe when they start, because remind you, the whole 5.5 years that they were together, they didn't even live together. So when they finally started to live together, I think they just probably didn't like certain things about each other, right? I'm trying to say what else I wanted to say about the whole marriage, because she said nobody cheated. That was something that she said. She said nobody cheated. He didn't cheat. She didn't cheat. They took breaks. When they took breaks, that's when they cheated, or not cheated, but that's when they messed with somebody else, right? So that's what they said. She also says that the reason she didn't speak on her divorce on camera was because she was hoping to get her marriage back. That's what she wanted. So for me, it made me feel like, Destiny, could you have possibly done something? Kind of like what Kanye did. Kanye did something to make Maurice file for a divorce. So I feel like Destiny must have done something. And I want to put some blame on LeBerick, but the only thing I would put blame on is him possibly cheating on her. But she said that he never cheated on her. So it's like, did you do something in the marriage, right? Because maybe Carlos could have rephrased that question. Did you do something in the marriage that caused him to want to, divorce you? And maybe that could have got her to open up a little bit more. But she was fighting for her marriage. That's why she didn't want to say certain things on camera. Understood. Cool. Okay. She chose to also not speak on her divorce out of respect for her child. Got it. What else she says? No, Martell mentions that LeBerick was divorcing her. That was a conversation. Remember, they were in the store, and he kind of brought that up about LeBerick divorcing her. Carlos asked Martell, like, why did you say that? Mel puts up a clown face, hollering. He was like, what's the clown face for? Like, what's that for? She said, well, for you to even say that to her, tell her that's why her husband's divorcing her, because a man doesn't like an outspoken woman. I think that's effed up. Okay. I feel like if you can be outspoken, then I can be outspoken too. Don't try and limit my spokenness. Right. Thank you so much for the super chat, Pamela. I believe LeBerick filed for divorce after getting the DNA test results for Destiny's son. She said he didn't cheat. She said she was on a break. Interesting. A lot of people feel as though that child is not his. I'm not going to say that it's not, because I don't necessarily believe that, for me. But I will say that she also mentioned how he still comes over to the house to take care of and spend time with their son. There are men that learn that they're not the father of a child and they continue to take care of that child, period. Right. So, I mean, that could be the case. But because I don't have any hardcore proof to say that it's not the child, I mean, not his child, I won't say that it's not. But, I understand your opinion on it. Thank you so much for the super chat. Yeah, the baby looks nothing like LeBerick. I think is why he filed 3 weeks after her giving birth. Interesting. I don't know. Yeah. But maybe the baby looked like somebody else in the family. That made me think about P. Diddy and all his kids, all his daughters. All three of them look just like him and his son. The only kid that don't look like him is Justin. And I always thought that was never his child. But it's his oldest, so okay. I was like, maybe the mama got strong genes, child. Maybe that is his child. But y'all know Diddy is the king of taking care of kids that ain't his. So there's that. But I don't know. I just mentioned Diddy because that's what y'all made me think of when y'all was talking about Destiny's Child. Destiny's Child. Girl, I just caught that. Why is there a double standard on this? Hold on, where is it? Why is there a double standard on this whole break in relationship? So a man can F everything moving, but the women are supposed to wait for him to come back. Truth. That is definitely a double standard. I don't think that she should have to wait. You out there doing what you want to do, then do what you want to do too. Wait on who? You may be finding the love of your life in the midst of your wait. Let's see. Misa has strong genes. Justin look just like that woman. Identical. Ain't got a spitting image of nothing of Diddy. Not an eyebrow, not a piece of a nose or ear. Looks just like his mama. Girl, Naya, girl, we see each other. He called the other woman a peasant. He does not love her. Oh, you must be watching the earlier part of the review. All right, y'all, let's keep going. Okay, so LeBerick, this is what we learned. So in the midst of us asking this question, or Carlos asking a question to Martell that does not get answered, we learned that, and this is the other thing, right? Destiny offered information that we didn't necessarily ask. She blurted it out, which made Carlos revisit. Okay. And this is when we learned that he filed for a divorce 3 weeks after she gave birth to her baby boy, or their baby boy. Girl, some shit must have happened. But see, this is the other thing that makes me wonder. no, don't when you. I don't know. Let me not say it because I don't know. But I will say this. Did she not give that baby his last name? And y'all know how he is about that last name. Did she not give the baby his last name, which made him be upset enough to want to damn divorce her? And was she not willing to change that name? Because it's no shade. But if it is about the name change, which I don't believe it was, but let's speak on the name change. Destiny, you got a son now. So if your son should get the daddy's last name and let it carry on. But if you gave the son your last name, then you should have took on his dad's last name or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Some people make that a big issue like they did on the show. Kimmy talked about how her dad was so honored that her son, Jalen, got his last name. And I'm like, Kimmy, you probably gave your child your last name because the daddy wasn't involved. Like, that's probably why you did that, or that he wasn't trying to get married. But don't put emphasis on the fact that, oh, it's a big thing for the person to get the last name. No, people, I don't like that. Because when they were talking, all I was hearing was talking about legacy of the man. I'm like, well, what about legacy of the woman? The kids have to pass through the women. So what about the legacy of her last name? Like, I guess, child. I don't know. It just made me go back in time, honey, and think about how men ran everything, child. How they wanted you to move to the beat of their drum, honey. Take their last name. Live in my house. Do this, do that. You can't go over here. You got to stay here at the house. You a homemaker, watch the kids have the dinner ready type thing. Like, bitch, no. But okay. What? So really they wasn't married almost all years. They had been split up. What you mean? To my Destiny and LeBerry, she said they were married for almost 2 years. But after she had the baby, he filed for a divorce. I don't know when he moved out, but I know that 5.5 years when they were dating, they were on and off. I feel like Destiny and LeBerry got a divorce because he couldn't handle her possibly hooking up with another man during a break, because she kept reiterating we had breaks, so it means something. Okay. It could. I would like to know more. Let's keep going. So, now, it was funny to hear her talk about having BD energy, right? Because Marlo gonna try and tell her if he felt like the name was an issue, then you should have got it together the first time. And she was like, but that's not even what it was. The name wasn't even an issue. It was about something else. But then this other part here is Destiny will then tell us, so that we don't have to mix up and tell your story for you. How about you just tell us the story? And you don't have to worry about things getting misconstrued or miscommunicated or rumored around town. Just tell us what it is from your mouth, from the horse, okay? But that was kind of funny to hear her talk about how she does have BDE. Yeah, I do. I bring BDE, and you know they can't really handle this, so that was funny. Destiny says that she is open to co-parenting in the way, and that she says that, well, this is what she said. Where they are now, she's open to co-parenting with him the way that he wants to co-parent. Okay, so that's what they've been doing. She says she's not dating anyone right now. I said that I think Destiny may be still trying to work on things with LB. I think she is still trying to work on stuff with him, or in hopes of possibly getting back with him even after the marriage, which is another reason why I feel like she's still not saying a lot about it on camera, because she may possibly, of course, because of her child, it's a great excuse a lot of people gonna use, but outside of that, I think that she's still hopeful, especially if he comes over to the house, he plays with the kid, she cooks dinner and stuff. That's them having that family time. So I feel like they could probably still be messing around and not be together no more. But you know, we'll see, honey. We'll see how this gonna play out. And then we get to Tiffany and Louis. So Tiffany and Louis show up, and originally, when Tiffany first hit the show, I liked Tiffany. I feel like she brought a little drama. She brought some energy. I was here for it, right? Well, I feel like they don't fit. I feel like it's something about, like, Tiffany isn't loose. Like, she's not loosening up. It's something about Tiffany. Like, I don't know what's up, but I'm not, Tiffany shouldn't be on the show. I think they need to pick up somebody else. Somebody that's going to be open, don't mind sharing, not calculated with their information, but you can sit up here and talk about everybody else's information. Like, it's time for us to get some new people, Carlos. We'll take Destiny. Okay, cool. We'll keep Destiny. That's fine. She slowly opens up. Okay, keep Destiny. But we'll take one for the two. So get rid of them. She speaks on the comments and says that it was a tough start. And she said something like she's surprised she didn't jump off a bridge or something like that. I said, Tiffany, how did we get here? But okay. Carlos says people don't like change. And I'm like, who don't like change, Carlos? We don't mind change. Don't put that loud there in the atmosphere. We do not mind change. We prefer the right kind of change. And this change did not hit the way that we thought it was going to hit. That's all that is, okay? That's all, Carlos. It's okay. So, what else? Tisha says that she doesn't get the real meat from Tiffany. Tisha, you're saying it wrong again, dear heart. You can't just get to know somebody like just getting the meat. Just like, let me just get the meat. Now, if you got meat, you can give the meat, but you can't just get meat. People don't just do that. You got to like try to get to know this lady, and then she's going to slowly start telling you stuff, right? But I understand the madness though, Tisha. I get it. The way that she coming in, everybody spewing out information. Girl, what was said about you? Get it. I understand. Marlo feels like they're fake. Hilarious. Marlo and Louis was so funny to me because neither one of them was really trying to back down, right? Tiffany says, Tisha, that's not how things work in real life. She's right. Destiny says, well, you guys come off as though you're surface and you're rehearsed. And I agree with Destiny. Y'all do. Martell says that they're new, and they haven't been here this long. Marlo says, but they over here speaking on people like they've been here since the beginning. I say, come on, Marlo. Now I'm gonna have to agree with you when you're right. I'm gonna have to agree with you when you're right. So I was here for it. And I think that's what Marlo said, but none of y'all are transparent either, right? So that was a conversation as well. Kimmy says that she was caught off guard when she brought up Monster, and if she was in her right mind or whatever, or we're in the whatever space she needed to have been in, she would have pretty much checked Miss Girl, and it wouldn't have been cool. But she was caught off guard because she didn't know anything about it, and that's the stuff that I will be getting in my husband's ass about, because I feel like nobody else should be able to come to me about some shit that you should have came to me about first. So I wouldn't really like that, especially if y'all like best friends and y'all supposed to know everything, whatever. So then Martell jumps in and says that, oh yeah, that's how I felt about Miss Wanda when she was talking about my daughter. I said, okay, Martell. Kimmy brings up Louis being fly about the taking the shot, okay? They were talking about, y'all remember when he was mowing the lawn and they were reflecting on the night before and how Maurice ended up making Tiffany cry because of her actions, and Louis said something slick about how he better be glad that I didn't go there with him or something like that, or I ain't take that shot. Like, what you mean? So when it was time for him to explain that, he didn't explain that. He focused more so on the apology. Now I did feel like that was BIT made for him to focus on the apology. Like, nah, explain that shot though, because after the apology, it wasn't just about that shot. It was about that comment that you made. So it explained that. Okay, it wasn't just about the apology, it was about that shot. So let's talk about that. But at the same time, I understood him wanting to be on the grown man side of it, right? And just being like, I apologize, the apologies have been sent, we good, we see each other, right? So there's that. Kimmy says that she heard Tiffany got fired from the Chamber of Commerce. Tiffany sitting up there like this. Tiffany, is that correct? No. Well, then, what is? Okay, what is correct, Tiffany? Are you going to tell America? Okay, see, this was your opportunity, and I think Kimmy said it. Kimmy said this was a space for openness or something like that, she said. So if that's what I heard and that is not true, then let's use this opportunity for you to explain more and keep it honest. No, I was never fired. You know what I'm saying? What happened was this, and I don't recall Carlos chiming in at that moment. You may have messed up on this one just a little bit, Carlos. You know what I'm saying? Just a little teeny weeny. I can't recall. I don't think he asked her, Tiffany, do you want to explain that? Because these are rumors that are going around that's possibly, affecting your career and your reputation in the town. So would you like to, expound on that and clear the record, right? So she could have cleared the record and she didn't. She just said, no. That's not true. What is? Okay. What else? Mel says she only knows Tiffany as a businesswoman, but nothing personal, because I believe the question, I forgot what the question was asked of Mel about whether or not she knows, like, I guess more stuff about Tiffany, whether she's been honest and open about herself. And Mel says, oh, well, I've only known, you know, I only know about her business life, not her personal. So I don't know anything about that. And Kimmy says that she doesn't want Tiffany to want everyone else to be transparent, and she not. And I understand 1000%. But all of y'all still sitting up there on that stage and have not requested of Destiny to do the same thing. And it's probably because y'all know Destiny and y'all familiar with Destiny. So that definitely comes off as a bit biased that y'all don't know Tiffany, but y'all want Tiffany to say everything. But when it comes to Destiny, Destiny can't do the same thing. Yeah, no, Destiny, you need to be transparent as well. Miss Tiffany, you do too. The reason they really on your head top is because you were talking about their business but not sharing your own. Okay, you were telling critical details about their stuff but not yours. And Destiny, you've done that too. Okay, so y'all need to put them on the same couch, okay, and discipline both of them accordingly. Martell says that's when he said none of y'all are being transparent. Marcel says that he doesn't like their opinions, as though because he feels like they act like they're experienced and they're not. Because Tisha wants people to put respect on their marriage because they've been married the longest up there. I don't know. I always thought that, I mean, well, yeah, y'all have been married the longest. So my thing is, can Mel and Martell not give y'all advice since they're divorced? Y'all let me know that in the comments. Can Mel and Martell not give advice from a marriage perspective, even though they are divorced? Because I feel like when Lewis told Marcel, they had an exchange about transparency or whatever, and Lewis told him that he could give him advice, right? Even though he's been divorced and now he's remarried. So there's things he could say. And then Marcel is feeling like, no, you can't tell me anything. And then Lewis is like, yeah, I can, but you just never be open to hearing it, like, period. Because I feel like Lewis had a point in the things that he was saying. I feel like just because a person is not in a relationship doesn't mean that they can't give advice. But I think that you should also use your own wisdom to know how far you should take that advice. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, or shall I say, when you know your friends, and I understand Marcel doesn't know Lewis like that, but when you learn your friends, you learn who you can go to about certain things. I know this person's going to give me sound advice about career, whatever. They have a long-standing career, I know they're going to be able to tell me this, or at least they'll be able to tell me their experiences in, you know, the work field or whatever, right? Then you got this person that's had some interesting relationships or whatever. They may be able to give me some insight or whatever about stuff. So, I mean, I just feel like you can get advice. Okay, so yeah, I don't know. What else? Tiffany talks about opinions being like assholes and everybody got one. And then Marcel said, well, I don't listen to people assholes or whatever, or don't speak to me from your asshole. Girl, I was hollering. I was so here for it, especially with them sitting right next to each other. It was so funny. It was so funny to me. Lewis may have points, but you allow others to pick and choose what they will receive, not you hammering your advice as if it's gospel. I mean, that's true. And I think it hits different when you go to a person for advice versus a person just giving their advice to you when you didn't ask it. So I think that right there is what makes it different. I don't think Marcel, as he typically doesn't, go to anybody for advice. For real, right? So if you just giving us your advice and it's unwarranted, then we have a problem. So I see your point. What else y'all saying over here? Lewis doesn't need more time in marriage to have common sense about respecting his wife, his partner. Marcel just doesn't care to hear that. He disrespects his wife and treats her like an employee. So there's that, honey. And there we are with that, girl. But listen, y'all, I gotta go. I gotta go ahead and hop up off this thing because I got things I gotta do. Okay, but I appreciate you guys for hopping on, all 470 plus of y'all. Thank you so much. Please be sure to hit the like button on your way out. I definitely appreciate you guys, and I'm gonna go ahead and catch y'all in the next one, honey. Okay, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share my videos, or follow me on Instagram and Twitter. And yeah, I'll catch y'all in the next one. Oh yeah, Tuesday. Ooh, ladies first panel. Tuesday is going to be Jay Lee. Thursday is going to be me. So you guys come back and check out the channels. All right, that's all I got. Bye.